It's a privilege to be here in front of you guys today. My journey is been quite interesting. For me to be standing in front of you is a great honor. It's been quite difficult to get where I am. Can I move around? Can you guys hear me though? I said, make me Britney Spears. I want to move around the room. You know, I'm not going to talk much about my own business. I'm just going to talk about where I come from as an entrepreneur. I'm just a boy from a small town of East London. Any of you guys from East London here? The last time I was here, there was only one person. Anyone from East London?
Yes, there's one.
There's one, where are you? You see, oh, I thought so. It's going to be the hottest person in the room. I'm from East London, a small town in the Eastern Cape. And I've been staying here in Joburg for, oh, Sylbna, you're also from East London, by the way. And I've been here in Joburg for the last 13 years now. And one of the reasons I came to Joburg was I wanted to be a star. I used to watch Generations and all the stuff on TV, and I thought I could be there as well. I didn't really, for me, I didn't really knew that I had an entrepreneur inside of me, you know? All I wanted was just to come to Joburg and come and work and be a star on Generations, do you understand? And I remember my mother said, you're not going to Joburg. Who are you going to go to? Who are you going to stay with in Joburg? You don't know anyone in Joburg. And I said, Mom, I'm finished. I just got my degree. I am going to Joburg. I went to go work at Game. I think you guys know Game? Of course. I went to go work at Game for 2 weeks. I made 800 rand. And I took a bus, city to city, to Joburg. Got to Park Station. When I got to Park Station, something in my mind said, this is it. I'm coming to the city and I'm going to make it, regardless. I don't know anyone. I don't have a place to stay. I've got 800 rand in my pocket, but I'm going to find my dreams. Because my mind did not believe that I was meant to be in a small city of East London. I wanted to go where everyone was. So I got here, and I stayed at Park Station, and every morning at Park Station, I used to go with my portfolio and look for opportunities in Johannesburg. It is not easy, because you can't just knock at a door and then there it is, the opportunity is lying there. So every day, I used to go back to Park Station, stay in a bench and pretend as if I'm waiting for the next bus or I'm waiting for someone. But I used to wake up every morning and I would go and knock at the doors and look for the opportunities. And eventually I got that opportunity. I ended up working in a call center. Worked in a call center for a month. Whilst I was still there, I got pulled in a room by my team leader. I remember being pulled into a room and thinking, oh gosh, probably I'm getting fired. As I'm getting pulled to a room, another opportunity came up. A company called Nespers, which was owning the company, the call center, called me and said, listen, you've been here for only 3 weeks. We are so impressed at the work that you are doing. We want to give you another opportunity to go work for a bigger company. We're bringing a company called City Varsity from Cape Town, and we bring it here in Joburg. So we want you to be the coordinator, the marketing and sales coordinator for this company. And there's an opportunity. I got into that, and I ended up working for City Varsity for 5 years as a brand manager. But somehow, whilst I was still there at City Varsity, that thing again came through, where I wanted more. I used to wake up in the morning, I'd drive over the Mandela Bridge to go to Newtown to go to work, and I come back in the afternoon and I'm back home. And I thought, you know what? I spent 5 years of my life, I'm spending 5 years of my life in this company, and I'm not getting anything. I'm not seeing the world, I'm not seeing anything. Monday to Friday, I'm here. So I eventually had the courage to open our own business, my first business, which is in 2010. I had a lot of fears, like many of you guys here who also are entrepreneurs, where I thought, can I really make it on my own? But yes, of course, I was working in City Varsity, I was a brand manager there, And every year I was making about 30 million on my own, bringing in the sales. But I thought, if I can make that much money for this company, clearly I'm sure I can make it on my own as well. It wasn't that way. I left my company, I left university, I resigned. I remember walking out, I could feel the breeze. It was a beautiful day. I'm thinking, I don't care, I'm done. I'm going to open my own business. It was very tough. It wasn't the way I envisioned, because here I am, I've got the ideas, I've opened a business, but now the money is not coming in. From having everything to losing every single thing I had. I lost my house, I lost everything. I ended up staying in a storeroom. I was renting a storage space where I had kept all my stuff, and I used to stay there as well. But somehow, while I was still in that storeroom, I never stopped believing that I could still make it. Something said, go ahead, you can still do it. I could have taken a bus, I could have hiked back to East London, but I stayed here in Joburg and I worked extremely hard. It was not easy, but I made it. 7 years from now, and here I am. It's been a great journey. I've seen the ups and downs, but that's the story of all of us as entrepreneurs. We go up and we go down. Today you make 5 million, today you make 0. So it's been a great journey as an entrepreneur. And I think this is the time where all of us as South African, all of us sitting here in this room, I wish there could be more people, because I think where our country is at the moment is there's no opportunities out there anymore. We need to create our own opportunities. And I think all of us, we've got great skills. And then sometimes I go to the townships and I see young people who are creating things, but they're just not getting any support from some of us, like people like Sylbna. We need to really support our young entrepreneurs. And I'm so happy that I worked hard and I continue the journey, and I'm still here, and I've met great people who've been able to support my business as well. So I think, what else can I say? I think you guys can ask me questions. I don't know how to, I'm not a public speaker, so I just thought, let me come share my own story and how I started and how I got here. But anyway, my business, I've got three businesses. I've got a production business, I've got an events and marketing business, I've got a photographic business. So I'm in different spaces. As an entrepreneur, you cannot just base yourself in one place. You have to move around and get as much as you can. And education, unfortunately, cannot give you a job these days. You just have to keep going and believing that you can do something greater with the skills and what you can do out there. But anyway, any other questions you guys want to ask me? I see a hand there, I see a hand there, I see a hand there.
Can we give them the numbers? Because there's a lot of hands. so can we call you number 1 and then number 2? Any other hands?
I see a hand here.
3, okay, 4,
I see a hand
5
there.
for now. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. My name is Lucas Maisela, one of the emerging entrepreneurs for my own company, Maisela Resources. What I want to find out from you, you've got a very interesting story, or rather a journey that has led you to where you are now. My question to you is, having experienced all those challenges, today, what's your plan, or what are you doing to ensure that emerging entrepreneurs like myself, for example, and a million others that are now finding themselves in the challenging actions that you find yourself in, to make sure that you now invest back to them, or rather plow back to the community. Obviously not the Eastern Cape, but those that are in the industry, I'm talking the industry, that you are able to say, you know what, I know what it takes. So let me reach out to those that are not here yet. Is there a plan in that regard?
You know what? Like 2 months ago, I actually did something in Eastern Cape. My sister actually is a famous musician. She's a 17-time Summer Award-winning artist. We're very lucky. In late December, we got a phone call by the Minister of Arts and Culture, Mr. Nathi Mthethwa. And he gave us some great, nice funding to go and do a program in rural areas. So me and my sister, we went to the Eastern Cape. We started a program where we're helping young kids who want to go in the arts, because things like idols and where they're looking for actors, they never go to those areas. And I've noticed here in Joburg, a lot of big stars or people who have made it, just like her. I mean, Zahara is a big, big star. But she never got an opportunity to go and audition on idols. Do you understand? She was just met by, I remember, Abo Somizi were walking by, and Somizi threw 20 rand on her basket and said, "I want that song." And I remember she was playing Loli with, do you understand, on the corner of the street in town. She was a busker. Is it a busker? What's it? People who are basking. Yeah, she used to stand in the road and she used to sing Loliwe, and people used to throw 2 rand, 5 rand, but Somizi threw 20 rand and said, "You know what? I want that song. I want to take that song. I want to record it." And I remember Somizi called us one day, we're in the house, and he said, "Listen, I want to put 10,000 rand. I want you to give me a song." But she said, "No, I'm not going to give the song. I'm going to record my own." And then we met about TK and about DJ Spoo, and she went to Joburg and whatnot. But we wanted to go back home and do something where we can bring back those young kids and give them an opportunity to go forward. Do you understand? So we started the program. We've got a roadshow we're doing. We started in East London, in Pumlani, where she comes from. And we're going to all the different townships around the country. So thanks to the arts and culture for really assisting us with that. But that's how we're actually going back and doing the programs to try and bring the young kids to come forward. Because my field is more into the arts. So, but I mean, I'm very interested in young entrepreneurs as well. I mean, that's something I'm looking to do in the future, because I know how it is to walk this journey. You know, it hasn't been easy, to be honest with you guys. But I'm very lucky to be standing here and being invited by Bev to come and speak to you guys. It's been a great journey, but I'm very honored, and I would love definitely to go back and really assist other young entrepreneurs, because I see it all the time when I'm traveling around the country. Is my time finished? Okay. I see.
Please answer the questions short as well, so that he can also answer.
Okay, I see.
Okay, hello everybody. My name is Sylbna from the Crystal Company. I'm an entrepreneur. What I wanted to know from your story after you left your company as a manager is, how did you start?
You know what? When I left City Varsity, I remember that day. It was the 22nd of November 2012. Sorry, 2010. Every single day, I used to drive a scooter, by the way. I used to drive a scooter on the Mandela Bridge, going to Newtown, going to work. Every single day, I'll go into the office, I'll sit behind my desk, answer the phone, making sales the whole day. 4 o'clock comes, I get to the scooter and I go home. And I thought, this is not me. I can't do this. I've got so much energy. I've got so much energy to give the world, to be stuck behind the desk. So how my business started, every single night when I used to come back from work, I used to think, what do I want to do with myself? I was 27, and I used to think, what do I want to do with myself? Where do I want to go? I was watching the Oscars 2 months ago, and Viola Davis said, if you want to tell stories as an actor, go to the graveyard. And I remember back then, for me, I said to myself, what is my life story? Who am I going to be? Am I going to be the guy remembered as going to the office and coming back and cook and sleep? So I wanted to write my own life story. So I really started channeling and really getting into understanding who I am and what will I enjoy going to do every single day without feeling the pressure. And so it was more meditating, really getting to the space of who I am. That's why I started the business. Just in my bedroom, meditating, you know? And from there, it was quite tough, to be honest with you. I remember I got called in the office again at City Varsity and they said, listen, we can see your business is doing well. It was not doing well. There was nothing well I was doing. I was just taking beautiful pictures of different things and whatnot, and everyone thought it was going very well. And I said, listen, we would like to tell you that your business is a conflict of interest with our business. I thought, where's the conflict here? These are completely two different businesses. So they called me and they said, okay, we'd like to release you because clearly you're doing very well and you're doing something outside.
Can we go quickly? We've got 3 minutes left. Can we go quickly to question number 3? I think let's get 3, 4, and 5.
And 6.
Good morning, this is Milano Lishana from Kenya Trading. Mine is not a question, it's just a compliment for the journey that you took. And to all the entrepreneurs, I also wish you all the best, guys.
Wow.
Let's not give up.
Wow. A bit more time for number 6. Thank you so much. Yes, number 4?
At this lady.
Right here. Okay.
Good morning. I just want to find out, through all the hard challenges that you went through, what kept you going and why didn't you give up?
What kept me going?
Give me 2 points.
My mom kept me going. She just kept believing in me without me knowing what I was doing. She just kept saying, go for it. So I thought, let me go for it. You know, and my mom is a single parent, so, and she raised me on her own, and she made me this gentleman standing in front of you, so. I think not.
Oh, fantastic. There was the last question, very last, my baby. Quick.
Morning, everyone. My question is open to everyone, all the entrepreneurs. But I just want to ask, when you started your business, you said you had challenges. But now my question is, was it because of funding or was it because of finding the right people? Right people meaning, if you were given an opportunity to work with graduates to help your business to become successful, in exchange that they gain experience, do you think that would have made your business more successful?
Thank you very much.
Beautiful question. Funding. You can have as much talent. We all got great ideas sitting here, but the biggest issue is funding. It's very tough starting a business when you don't have any income coming in or capital to start the business. So that was the biggest challenge. You know, I had all the great ideas and everyone's like, oh, this idea is beautiful. But the problem is having the right capital to really have the business going.
And we will answer those questions later on. Again, he's still here. Can we please give him a round of applause?